What's up, guys? Welcome to Resellers Life. My name is Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. In this episode, I'm going to go over 2 recurring problems that every single e-commerce store owner goes through and 3 ways to permanently solve those recurring problems. Let's get straight into it. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please smash the like button and consider subscribing, because in every single show, I'm going to give you 1 to 3 tips to help improve your store. So the recurring problem number 1 is finding replenishable inventory. This is the holy grail of running an e-commerce store. It's an item that sells over and over again that you can just reorder from the manufacturer, or if you make it yourself, you can just make another one. Now, I go over this concept of 10 by 10 by 10, which means you have 10 unique products that sell 10 times a day for $10 profit, which nets you $1,000 a day pre-tax income and puts you in the top 1% of income earners in the United States. Now, here's the problem with that. First of all, it's easier said than done. And also, most people way overestimate what they can do in the course of a month or a week or a year, and they underestimate what they can do in 2 to 5 years, really focusing in on and learning a specific niche. So I've been doing this full time for about 3 years, and I still only have a few products that net me $100 per day, and I'm totally okay with that. This is a marathon, so I'm in it for the long run. I'm dedicated to learning my craft and really understanding specific segments that can get me to the point where I earn $100 a day. So I recommend sampling in the beginning, figuring out something that you might want to sell, and then thinking in the back of your mind, how can I earn $100 a day in this category? Repeat that 10 times, and there's your 10 by 10 by 10. The second recurring problem is developing a system that can handle the supply that comes in. Now, I'll tell you, the supply that comes in is a moving target. I've had products that sold every single day, and now they don't sell at all. So you need a system that can handle different kinds of inventory coming into your system. So you might have a testing area where you test, grade, clean, get items ready for sale. You might describe the items here and talk about the condition. You might talk about some unique features. Then maybe you move from your listing area to your photography area and go over taking the best pictures you can of different features, highlighting the different unique attributes of the item. Then maybe you make an inventory system that has shelving or boxes or however you store your specific items. Then you develop a shipping system where you find the most economical way to get the item to your actual customer. Maybe you have custom boxes that you build. Then you need an accounting system. This is the second recurring problem. You've got to get items to come into your store. Secondly, you've got to have a really good system of getting it through the store and to your final customer. Now, we have these 2 recurring problems. I'm going to give you guys the 3 solutions to this. I'm going to start with Adam Kasman's definition of a habit. A habit is a solution to a recurring problem. I love this definition, so I'm going to give you guys 3 habits that will solve these 2 recurring problems of finding stuff and creating a system to sell it. Habit number 1, you need the habit of product sampling and figuring out the initial source. So when I think sourcing, I actually think finding out what the source is. Some people think sourcing is shopping. That's totally different. Sourcing is figuring out where an item comes from. So as an example, let's say you want to sell these combination locks. You'll realize that thousands of these sell every single day. It's a very common necessity that people need either for storage units or for maybe a bike lock. You're going to start researching the different categories of this specific product, and you want to find out exactly who distributes it and where it comes from. Can you make it yourself? If you do that 1 to 3 times per month, you will never have a sourcing problem. I guarantee you, just learning about different categories, you will find out the different profit margins. How do people actually make money selling locks? You will figure it out if you focus your attention on only 1 to 3 products per month. That's a really good way to look at it. For me, I'm right in that realm of maybe 1 new product per week. And I've gotten really good at figuring out where they actually come from. And I like dealing directly with the people who actually make the product. Me personally, I don't want to deal with a distributor or a liquidator because I don't have super deep pockets. You're competing against people with unlimited bankroll when it comes to selling a product directly from a distributor. You're only as good as your last check to them. That's why I want to deal directly with the people who actually make the product. So for me, I'm trying to establish that relationship once per week, in the hope that one day I'll have a 10 by 10 by 10 concept in my store. So habit number 1. Habit number 2, you need to really focus on documenting your actual systems, okay? This is habit number 2. So whether you use a journal or you use an online app that I use called Trello, which documents each individual step, or you can assemble it into a guide. I have a guide called the Resellers Field Guide, which is the way that I do it. I'm going to be updating that field guide, but you can pick it up for $35 in the description with code YouTube. But I'm going to be redoing that guide as well and sharing you guys the different processes I've done to make it easier. As an example, I like having all my shipping supplies above me to give me the full shipping area to put the package together before it goes out. I really enjoy that improvement. So you need a way of documenting your specific processes, because I guarantee you they will change. You will move, or you'll start selling different kinds of products, or maybe you have somebody working for you, so you need to set up surveillance. Regardless of that, you need a way of actually documenting these processes. So step number 1, you need the habit of 1 to 3 products that you're looking for every single month and figuring out where they actually come from. Number 2, you need to document your actual processes so that you can improve them. Most people want the final result without all little steps in between to actually get there. And then most importantly, record all those little steps so that you can repeat it quicker the next time or have somebody actually help you. Number 3 is you need to surround yourself with people who have the same goal as you. This is really important. You surround yourself with people who have the identical goal to you. For me personally, I would like to sell 2,000 items per month. The stores that I follow, all of them sell 2,000 items a month or more. If your goal is to earn $1,000 per week and you want to sell 100 items a week, 100 items times $10 profit is the proverbial screw your job concept, right? 100 items that you sell each week at $10 profit is $1,000 a week, which is 52 grand a year, which is the average median income in the United States. That will give you freedom, right? Now, I really want to put a caveat here, which is everybody wants to work for themselves and they don't want to work for the man and they want to live life on their own terms. So please be patient. If you pick that goal of wanting to work for yourself, understand that when you go to a job, they do all the business side and you just do what that job says. When you sign up to be an entrepreneur and work for yourself, you do the job and all the back end work. So it's like 4 jobs or 5 jobs or 7 hats that you wear when you own your own business. It's not as easy as it looks. So again, be patient. Surround yourself with people who have the same goal as you. I have a mastermind that meets 7 days a week. We meet at 6 in the morning Pacific Standard Time and go over what we want to accomplish that day. As an example, I might say, you know what? I want to figure out a thank you card and actually order one. And I want it to have a QR code that links to my eBay partner network account. Now, I can tell you from experience that takes about 2 hours. You can do that in 1 day. But what most people do is they hear that and they file it away somewhere and then they never actually execute it. So what I want you to do, if you join my mastermind group, you can try it for free for a month, show up, say you want to do something like that, then actually do it. And then the next day, come up with something else like, I want to figure out the cheapest way to ship a sweater, right? That's going to take some time to invest, research, figure out what kind of suppliers you need, what kind of supplies you need, and the quickest way to actually execute that. Every single day, these will add up. 1% improvements over the course of a year is the difference of turning someone who just started into somebody who does it for a living. This takes a little bit of time to iron that out. So let me repeat the 2 problems. Problem number 1, finding replenishable inventory. How you can solve that is having the habit of every single month forever, you source 1 to 3 products where you find out where it actually came from, figure out everything about it, what the profit margins are, who your competitors are. Do that over and over and over again, and you'll learn how to actually do that. Number 2 is figuring out a system where you actually document your processes, because the problem number 2 is developing an environment where you can consistently move inventory through your system and get it shipped out on time and without losing it. And the habit to fix that is to continuously document it. Then number 3, most information is free at this point. Information is cheap, ideas are cheap, execution is difficult. The easiest way to execute is finding a group of people where the average of that person is who you want to be. Okay, so my mastermind group, I want the average person in there to earn $1,000 per week net income. That way when you join, you just become like everybody else and you actually execute that. So it's really important, again, guys, if you want to get into great shape, start getting fit friends. It's really easy to just pick who you want to be, decide the person that you want to be. And guys, my channel is essentially a form of identity change. Whoever you are is different than the person that you need to be to accomplish your goals. You need to morph yourself into that person 1% at a time. That's the whole point of this channel. That's why I call it Daily Refinement. So again, guys, support the channel, smash the like button, subscribe if you like this type of stuff. Maybe buy my field guide for $35 and figure out how I do it. Maybe join my group for free and see if you like it for a month. If you end up liking it, there's 2 things I want you to do. I want you to sign up for a goals call with me so we can iron out your North Star. Where is it that you want to go? Let's figure that out. That's actually the easy part. The second part is showing up every single day for a year. That's included. Okay, so one-time cost of $125 gets you access to the call for the entire year. You can turn your hobby into a business in 1 year, I guarantee it, by just surrounding yourself with people who actually do that. So I appreciate you guys' time. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next show where we go over designing your workspace and making a space that you actually want to work in. So again, appreciate you guys' time. Take care.